Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining our LinkedIn Live series. This one's going to be on Google Gemini, revolutionize your business with Google Gemini AI. I'm Jeffrey Tadelli, the founder of RCS Professional Services. We're an IT managed service provider here in New York City and offices in Atlanta, Georgia. We service businesses all over the country, helping them leverage technology in their business to, be better, grow, be more efficient, more secure. So everyone's been talking about AI. We know that since that ChatGPT announcement a year ago, whenever it was, all of the market participants are, rushing to bring AI products to the marketplace, to their user base, to their customers. And obviously, Google's going to be top on the list, right? Microsoft announced Copilot a little while back. Google's now in there. Apple's getting in there. We're going to be having webinars and stuff more about that. But here today, we're here to talk about Google Gemini AI. So welcome. I'd like to introduce my partner in crime, Norman Dweck, who's going to come on and be the brains behind the operation. Hey, Norman.
Hey, hello. How's it going, everybody? How's it going, Jeff?
It's great. It's great. I'm really excited to learn this one because you know a lot more about it than I do. And we've been playing with Copilot for a while, but like Gemini's trying to come on strong. Let's see what they
That's
have to
right.
offer, right?
Gemini's trying to get there. Copilot's based on ChatGPT is cruising along. And Google came out with Bard, then they renamed it Gemini, and now here we are because Gemini is integrated into the whole Google Workspace ecosystem. But we're going to get to that but before we do, I want to bring on someone who is actually well versed in AI. In fact, I'm going to let him tell you about how well versed he is in AI. His name is Steve Furman.
Hey
Hey,
Norman, how are
Steve.
you? Hey Jeffrey.
How are you?
Good man. How you guys doing?
Good.
Great, great. Thanks for joining. So happy to have you on with us again.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's always a good time.
I
Always
see it
learn something.
says I see it says Chief AI Officer on your under your name there. What's that about?
That's correct. Along with being a scaling up certified business executive coach, I've added on the role of chief AI officer because I found myself using AI more and more to understand and analyze data and get faster answers. And it's really helped me a lot with my coaching practice. And I've brought it down to my clients as well.
Love that.
Well,
Yeah.
thanks for joining us.
Thank you. I appreciate it. AI has been very helpful, and it's actually 2022 is when it really hit the market. It actually started back in like 1990s and even before that.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's been around.
I was in diapers then.
Yeah.
I'm joking. I wasn't.
I,
All right. So let's get into this. Let's see what Google Gemini is all about, Norman. Where do you want
Okay,
to take
well,
us?
let me give you a little bit of an intro here. So, ChatGPT, right? They came out with their.
Time out. Time out. Could we do the housekeeping thing?
Oh yeah, go do the housekeeping thing. You're much better at it. So go.
Okay. So please feel free to join us to ask any questions. We want to make this as interactive as possible. Alex, who's our coordinator in the background, she's gonna drop in this chat on this webinar a link where you can join and join live. If you do join live, just either turn off the volume on your browser in the LinkedIn window or however you're watching this, or just close that tab altogether. Otherwise, there's going to be a lot of echo. Did I get that right? Anything else we need to share, Norman?
No, but other than I'm going to be using Gemini in Google Workspace. So if you guys want me to try something, either come on and tell me or pop it into the comments, and I'll give it a shot. We'll see what Gemini can do together.
there you go.
Okay, exciting.
You got to
Okay.
be curious with AI. You want to be curious. See what you can get.
That's right. I'll tell you what, yes, it's exactly it. Because you can make that prompt and you can refine that prompt, and the AIs will come up with all kinds of interesting things.
You
Uh,
know, Norman, let me say one thing I think is very important. Don't think of AI as a tool. I don't care if it's Gemini or Claude or Chat or whoever. Think of AI as your thought partner or your thought leadership partner, because it really is. You got access of 200 billion books, the whole internet, and you can just have it, ask you questions, interview you. So think of AI as your thought partner, not a tool.
Okay, I love that. I love that. Yeah, that's great. I know when I work with AI, it's a conversation. I don't just ask it something and move on. No, it's a conversation. I'm going back and forth with it, chatting away, and getting all the information I need. And it's been so great for me just being able to move and do things so much faster. And the reason is because, well, it was like sort of a revolutionary moment, ChatGPT releasing their LLM. Who was first, Steve? Was it ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity?
GPT was actually first.
Who was?
ChatGPT.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so those guys come out with this incredible tool that you can ask it just about anything on the planet. And then Microsoft said, hey, let's get that into our applications. And Google saw what was happening, and they were like, let's get that into our applications. So here we are with the Gemini webinar. And I'm going to share my screen so we can just dive right in on what this thing can do.
Awesome. I can't wait. Alex, while he's doing that, if you could just drop in the chat the link for participants to be able to join and ask questions.
Okay, cool. So let's see, here we are. This is my Gmail. Now, this is actually my old Gmail, Google Workspace Gmail. So there is a whole bunch of email in here. None of it's new. It's all back from 2020, but nonetheless, we'll be able to use this. So right here, I've got this little Gemini icon, which does fun things when I mouse over it. So let's click on that. And I can ask it all kinds of things. I kind of like starting with the saying, show me some prompts. Sample prompts. Let's try that. Sample. Oh, it's going to be that kind of typing day. And so you can do this in just about all of the AIs. You could just say to it, hey, what can you do? And it'll say, great, here's the sort of things I can do. So let's see.
You just want to maybe make them or remind everyone out there that this is for a workspace.
Yes, this is for Google Workspace.
Yeah, you got personal Google, you're not going to see that.
Right. So yeah, just to clarify a couple things. So Gemini, which is the AI brand that Google is using, there's going to be an internet-facing Gemini that you could use now today, which is just to ask the World Wide Web anything and everything out there. But this is specific to Google Workspace. Google Workspace is Google's version of, let's say, Microsoft Office 365, which is Google Sheets, Google Docs, Google Mail, Google presentations, Drive. all that stuff. So this is actually using AI, leveraging the information sitting in your workspace.
Yep.
Okay, so the first thing you're going to notice when you start using Gemini in Google is it will help you search much better. So for example, let's see, I know there's an email in here from when one of our clients was migrating over to a product by a company named Infor. So let's see, show me an email from Infor where they sent me a quote. Okay, it's pretty specific enough. So now it's going to go and do its thing, and bam, it's going to show me a bunch of emails all about that. It's these ones up here where it's got, okay, here's the server upgrade, here's the quotes, 1360. So essentially what it did is it said, hey, here, I've done the search for you, and here's all the results, which is awesome. And then I can, so now I've got this stuff. So now let's take this a little further. I want to write an email. Let's start writing an email. Let's go to compose, and here we are. And in this, it looks slightly different where it is. You see this little icon down here? That's the help me write icon. When you click on that, it's going to give you this little prompt thing. So now, hang on a second. Cancel that a second. This email here, this is from Gloria Collins, and I'm going to draft an email to her. I'm going to use that concept of that what's it called, that quote that we've got going on. So What do you want to write? I want to write an email. Oh, yeah. Email to Gloria Collins telling we are not going to be buying her product. Great. Click Great. And it's going to write this email, which is nice. Okay, so hey,
That's
thank
pretty
you.
awesome.
Yeah, put in the subject and the name and everything. Cool.
I can refine it. Let's see, I can elaborate. Actually, I'm not sure what it's going to do with elaborate because I haven't told it all that much. So who knows what there is to elaborate, but let's play it together. And, after careful consideration. Awesome. And then I can click my little insert here and bam, there we go. I've written an email. I didn't have to think at all. I did it. It was awesome. Great. Let's get rid of. Okay, so now let's try writing an email by myself. Okay, what should I write this email about? What do you guys want?
Wow.
You're asking us, you're asking the audience.
No, I'm asking you guys. I'm not gonna write anything because I'm gonna do what you're gonna see. I'm gonna write an email and then I'm gonna ask it to polish the email. So,
what's the policy for AI security? Or AI in the workplace, whatever you want.
all right.
The more you give it, the better the output will be.
So let's see. I've got my little icon here. I've got my little polish thing. Let's see what it's going to do to it. Oh, okay. So it kind of neatened it up and made it sound like I actually know English. I'm concerned about the potential for client data to be inadvertently exposed online. You schedule a brief call. I didn't even put that in, which is great. So you can see how it can take an email that I've written 2 seconds and polish it up and make it look like an even nicer email, which is great. That happened to have been just a small email, but if I would write this long email, it could work through that and it'll be, make it look nice and yay and good and all that. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, I can do things like, let's delete this. This thread here, this has 44 emails right here, okay? So let's take this and let's summarize this thread.
It's reading, which is good.
I kind of hate those long thread emails, man. They're very hard to keep up with these days, man.
I don't know if this works in Gemini, but one of the things in chat you could say is please take your time, which tells it not to just give you an instant answer and do some deep research.
That's interesting.
That'd be a cool tool to try here to see if it does it. Right, good, Norm, sorry.
So it gave me this. I think we could do better than this. I feel like we can do better than this. Let's try that again. Because it gave me this little summary, but I feel like with 44 emails, there's got to be more than just that little bit. So let's see what it does once I open it.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Now we got some real info here. Gloria informed Norman about the server price, $16.30. After initial discussions, they signed some work orders. Here's Rudy. He's our project lead at RCS. He's doing stuff. Yeah, so you can see that it's gone through these 44 emails, which I don't know how long it would take me to read through because I'd be like, oh, where's the email?
Right.
Where's the signatures? All that.
Forget
And it rolls you through it, which is awesome.
It's one of the nicest features of generative AI is it takes that big heavy workload off your shoulders, and it'll summarize analytically. Read through it. It'll rearrange stuff in order so it makes sense if you ask it to do that. And they all do
Right.
that. They're all large
Which,
models.
so you've brought up something very important, which is, let's say I have a proprietary document and I want an AI to read it. What's the security involved there?
Yeah. So your standard Gemini's, Copilots, Chat GPTs, they're learning off of our data, what we put in. They're using that to train themselves and to make them better, faster, smarter. If you have, I don't know how Google does it, but you can get your own data repository or your own silo. Chat GPT happens to have their own team accounts or enterprise. I would imagine Google Gemini has the same thing, where it would go to an enterprise account, and then all of your data stays in your silo. There's security. You can set up two-factor authentication as well, but you're still going out through that Gemini's to get to the web to do the searching. But when it brings stuff in, it's not looking at what you wrote, what you typed, any of your proprietary info. So there's ways to do it. I know for sure in ChatGPT, and I'm positive they got to have it for Gemini Workplace. I would imagine.
Right. So I know with a paid version of Copilot, Microsoft's Copilot, in the organization that your data is not being put into their language model.
You're
And
not training them. You're not training them, correct?
correct. And in fact, with Gemini, so this is the Gemini page that you can just have a chat with it. And oh, it's not there. Let me say something to it, and then it will show me the thing I want you to see. Show me sample prompts. That's close enough.
Yeah, some really cool things you can do with those. Show me
Okay,
instructions.
so you see this down here? Your RCS professional services chats aren't used to train our models. So because I've got this paid version of Gemini for Google Workspace, it's not using the stuff I'm putting into it to train their models, which means if I take a document and I put it into this thing, it's not going to show up on someone else's Gemini search, someone else in the internet's Gemini search, which is great because I don't want my stuff to be all over the internet,
No,
right?
we don't want that.
Paid version, or is that a paid Teams or enterprise level?
This is the Google Business Gemini Business for Google Workspace, and
So it's like
paid
a
version.
Teams. Well, what chat would consider to be a Teams or a club would consider a group or a Teams type chat.
Yeah, so you'll see if I go to new chat, it says Gemini for RCS professional services. I didn't do that. It just did that. I just got the license and it figured the rest of it
I just
out.
want people to get fooled into thinking that if they go and that all the data is going to be safe. You got to make sure that you have the right version. Even if you have a paid version, you'd still have to have the right paid version to make sure you get the silo. Is what I'm getting at.
Yes, thank you. Key stuff. Let's take a look at what it can do in Google Drive. So, yes, I'm going to do my old show me some sample. Oh, I'm getting a little better at typing that.
It's practice makes perfection.
Yeah, I just make the same mistake over again.
I got fat fingers. I make mistakes all the time.
All right, so let's see what we got. We've got sample prompts, find an email from somebody, summarize a document, name meeting notes, create a table. Okay, so this is general stuff that it can do all across Google Workspace. But there's actually interesting stuff you can do in Google Drive. So for example, without opening like this document, I can right click on it and click Ask Gemini. And what it's going to do is it's going to take a look at that document and it's going to give me a summary of what's in that document. Which is cool because I didn't have to do anything other than, right? Isn't that great? When I found this feature, I was like, ooh, that's a good one.
I'm all about saving time. That's a good idea.
So yeah, here it is. It's going through. It happens to be an onboarding webinar from a company named True Methods, which in the MSP space, they do coaching and stuff. So here it ran through this thing and gave me a summary of it.
That's cool.
I can even say, summarize this folder. So it'll take a look at all the documents in the folder and it will summarize that folder. So let's see it do that. By the way, people out there, I will put your prompts into this thing if you want to see it happen. And in fact, I will cut and paste so you don't have to sit and watch me try to type it out. So painful. Yeah, I can just cut and paste it right in there. So dump things in the chat. I will ask it.
Come on,
Sorry. That's still not true. This is not true. This is not true.
What it say?
Well, remember, they all hallucinate. Every single GPT hallucinates at some point or another. That's why you always got to keep what we call a human in the loop, making sure things are going right at all times.
What? Why are you fighting me, Gemini? Come on. Come on. I know I can do it. I'm going to try this once more. Mainly because I just did this yesterday.
That shouldn't matter. Should go through and look at it now.
Come on. Come on, Gemini. All right.
Can't do it. Maybe because it's different files. It's saying it can't work with folders in Google Drive yet. No, that's not true. Well, try just doing a file. Open up a file.
Well, that we saw that earlier. That was the summarize this file.
Yeah, so it summarizes documents, but it can't do a whole folder is what it's saying. That's just a limitation of it for now.
Wait a second. Let's go to my temp folder. You know what? Why don't we try this? We're going to select it. Then we're going to do. Yeah? Okay. Fine. Fine, Google. That's the way it's going to be. That's the way it's going to be.
Yeah, you know, I should look at that on my example sheet. I wonder.
Okay. Well, we're just going to move on to Google Docs. Let's start a Google Doc, and we're going to see what it can do.
All kinds of stuff in there.
Okay, so we're going to do a little. So we're going to do a little help me write here. And for anyone that saw our Microsoft Copilot demo, I'm going to use the same prompts I used in the Copilot demo. So here we go. It was write a disaster recovery plan. Where am I? For this should be the easiest thing to type because this is the thing I type all the time. Professional services. By the way, if you're wondering if there's like a teacher back in high school who's like, oh my God, I taught him to type and he still can't type, there isn't. Never had typing in school. What I did was actually I went to the computer classes instead of the typing classes. But anyway, here we go. Here is, can I make this bigger? Let's get some height over here. Oh, look at that. Okay, good. Groovy. So here we go. It wrote this whole plan. All I said was write a disaster recovery plan, and it wrote this whole thing. This is great.
But you need to absolutely read that to make sure that it doesn't have things that you don't need in it, or to modify it and make it yours a little bit. If you can get it to do 80% of the work,
right,
that's a serious time savings. You could save on average of 2 to 4 hours per employee if they're using AI and they're trained and they understand how to use it properly per week. So think about the amount of money you can save in your organization if you got 10 or 20 people. Even if you saved an hour each, it's still going to add up to a lot of hours, a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to iterate on this. I said that, give me that, and now we're going to iterate on it. Add explanations for each bullet point. That's a lot of blue lines. Okay. I don't know what it did, but it went, oh, so this is great. Move this out of the way. Let's keep doing this because there's something I want you to see here. Each bullet point. What did it do just now?
It's got an update.
So what I wrote was add in info on what accounting should do. Of course, there was 600 D's in that, but it's going to figure out, I hope.
AI is pretty smart. The generative AI will correct a lot of words. I said share, SHARE, and it typed in chair, CHAIR.
Oh,
And I
nice.
got the same result, though.
Oh, awesome. So what I want you to see here is that there's this little thing down here. So as I'm iterating, it's making new versions of it. But what if I wanted to go back to a version that was 2 versions ago? That's what I can do here. I can click, this was the second one.
That's cool.
This was the first one. And not only is it showing me that, it's actually showing me what the prompt was as I move through it. Here's where I added explanations. Here's where I added that rest of it. And then once I'm done, wow, and boom, it's in there. Sick.
How long would that take you normally to do that?
Oh,
Without-
God.
You gotta help.
That would take all kinds of research.
I mean, to
and
take
internets and who
to
knows what.
write. No, I'm not saying it's good like enough to deliver. Obviously, we need to check it. But to write what it just wrote, assuming that you could use 70% of it or whatever the number is,
Right.
that would have took a good 30 minutes. No.
Well, if I had to actually physically type
Yeah.
it, at least an hour and a half.
Well, don't forget, he's also have to do the research to make sure
Yeah.
he's got the right info as well. On top of
Right.
it. Here, you've got, again, 200 billion books,
Right.
the whole internet's worth of information that
Right.
you can lean on, that it's grabbing and it's thinking on.
Right. No, it's definitely a time saver.
So here's my little Google Gemini thing over here. I can again help me write.
You could probably ask it to create an image in there too if you wanted. I bet.
Let's try it. Let's try it. Here's my Gemini item.
Whatever.
Let's go for broke. We're gonna create and insert the image.
Right. Of a unicorn. I'm kidding.
Disaster recover. Data center on fire.
Oh, don't do it. We don't want the data centers on fire. We need them. Or there goes AI. Come on.
Right.
It's the thinking.
It's coming up. Just a sec. Just a sec.
Yeah, that's well.
Oh, yes.
How about that, huh?
Right there. This one. Well,
It's really a
can you put
limitation
it somewhere?
to your imagination. That's what it really comes down to.
Okay, perfect. Wait, I just need that a little further up, I think. I'll just move this down a bit. No?
Maybe make it smaller and
Well,
move.
yes, make it smaller.
Yeah.
Much better idea.
You can, if you have a little thought process, you can insert that first and then start writing after it. We're trying to ad hoc.
Ooh, there we go. Okay, good. Yay. So there we go. My data center's on fire. Got a disaster recovery plan. What else you want to do in this thing?
Let me see.
What's going on out there in internet land? What do you want me to try? Let's hear it.
Come on, somebody give a prompt. Give us help a young man out. I think the whole idea is that it's your thought partner. That's what it really comes down to. And then if you had to paint or go search Google or whoever, Bing or Internet Explorer to find proper pictures of fires, here you got it made, and the prompt, the words creates it, which is what's so cool.
And it's right in your doc.
It's really incredible.
Yeah, I mean, if you were to change that prompt for that fire to a little bit, you'd get a different result. It wouldn't take much.
Sure.
All right, this is cool. So we touched on Gmail, we touched on Drive, we touched on the Docs, which is their version of Word. I'm sure it has stuff for Sheets and whatnot.
Yeah, let's go to Sheets right now.
And this will create that fireman putting it out too. The point is,
we'll go back to it.
Right the first time, go ahead, just go. Don't do it right the first time. You can, keep playing with it and learning from it. It's learning from you.
Okay, so here we are with, again, if anybody saw our Microsoft Copilot demo webinar, this is the same data set that I used there. So let's open that bad boy up. Oh, right. Here we are. Once I figure out where here it is. Here's my little icon. Let's do this. Let's do our little show me some sample prompts.
I like that they're all when it first comes up, it's all the same kind of box, the same. It's very familiar. It's not like new different links everywhere, you know.
Yeah, that's nice. It's a good point about an interface. Like it's got to seem familiar each place you go to. Otherwise, it's just like you feel like you're learning all over again, trying to figure things out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so let's see. I can create formulas. I can write formulas. I can generate a chart. I can write some insights. Let's try.
What's the date on?
Let's try something simple. Let's try summarize this spreadsheet. I think my typing is getting better as the webinar goes forward.
I think it is.
Yeah. Well, it's learning you.
Right.
Yes.
That's what I need. I need an AI keyboard.
Don't think that the people that are writing all the code aren't trying to make sure that the generative AI isn't giving you what it thinks you want to hear. So that's why you can say things like be unbiased or don't be biased or
Oh,
do not
cool.
repeat. You know, you can be very specific. Take your time, which makes it dig deeper into the thing instead of instantly giving you a response, because that's what it's programmed to do. So
Take your time is very interesting. I've never heard that one before. Telling the AI, take your time.
Yeah, otherwise, because it's built and designed, all of them, to give you quick gratification. And if you want to really dig deeper, you got to tell it not to give me that quick gratification. And then
that's cool.
Digging deeper in whatever it's looking for.
Nice. I like that. So here we go. I asked to summarize the spreadsheet, and it's telling me the spreadsheet appears to track employee data. They're tracking the details like full job name, age, hire date, key observations, compensation, annual salaries vary widely, demographics, global friends. So it's figured out what it was about. It's given me some insights about the data it's seeing. And it's really just did exactly what I said, which was summarize it, which is awesome. Let's say, now I want to see what it can pull out of it. What's the total?
You can ask it to organize or put in the same form the different departments or based off.
Hang on. We're going to try that right after I get some information out of this. What's the total annual salary of everyone in the marketing department? So we've got departments. We've got some people in marketing here. Let's see this go. Go, Gemini. How do you think they came up with the name Gemini? I like it, but
who knows? Where does anything come from? Something silly or, a dog's name. Who knows?
Exactly. So here it is. It came up with the result, and it actually told me the formula it used to figure it out.
Well, yeah, that's where it got from those fields, right? Oh no, it gave you the actual summary. Cool.
Yeah, right here, which is great. What else do we want this thing to do?
Well, think about what would you have to do in order to get that without an AI product. You'd have to go through sort by whatever, then you'd have to insert a calculation and have it give you the output and all that crap. So this
exactly
is so much.
That would take me. I'm decent at Excel. That would take me probably 10 minutes of figuring out the formula to use. Of course, I would use a formula. I wouldn't. I wouldn't go through and add up each one. But yeah, I think it would take me 5-10 minutes to figure out that formula.
Yeah. Here you got
it. It did in 1 second. Well, not 1 second. 3 seconds.
In a minute or two, but it's still pretty quick.
Okay. What do you want? What do you want me to try here? It can do things. It cannot do things. Let's see what it can do. Let's kick the tires, as they say.
I don't see the chat. Are you guys getting anybody giving us anything we can use here?
I don't see anything there. So let's see. Well, you mentioned something though. What was the thing you mentioned?
Oh, you basically were doing it. That's what I was going to say.
Oh.
Get definitive on picking out specific bits of information out of it.
Let's
Cherry
try
picking
this one. Create a table that summarizes sales data by month. Except that it's not going to be sales data. That summarizes
Change the word.
the.
Just change it.
I will. Hang on.
Does it have the department?
Yes. What do you mean? There's the data. The data has
department
the
column?
department and business unit.
Do it
So
by
we
department.
we could just do like make a pie chart of salary by department.
Let's see.
I'm positive you can.
Oh, do you want to create a table of phone? Yeah, create a table. Sure.
Well, you could probably tell it to create a new sheet. Put it there too.
Let's see what it's going to do.
I like this connection on how it's kind of built in, incorporated into it in Sheets, Excel, whatever. Like chat, for instance, really you have to create an API that gets them to communicate. They're not inherently connected.
Right, that's the whole beauty of having it built in.
Oh, that's nice.
Wild, yeah.
Here we go. Gave me the table we were looking for. What did I say? I said salaries by department. Yeah.
There they are.
Nice.
Okay, here we go. This is an example of you need to check it, right? So here's the total annual salary of everyone in the marketing department, which came out to 15 million apparently. Or yeah, we'll see. I then asked it this thing, and in the marketing department, it came out to 1.259. Different numbers. So something's not right there. Not sure what, but something's not right.
That's why you always keep a human in the loop, checking it out.
I think Alex is bringing on a friend.
Oh, awesome. Who is it? Let's see.
We have no camera for you yet.
Oh, hey, Robert. How's it going?
Could you hear us? We can't see you or hear you. You're
I just had
unmuted.
to unmute it. Yeah. How about now?
All right. Yeah, awesome. How you doing?
Good. Sorry I'm late. I just jumped in. I had you on my calendar, but I was running a little late.
It's all
Nice.
good.
Just
It's all good.
enjoying watching this. So yeah, don't let me interrupt. Sorry about that.
Okay. So I didn't realize because I had this thing scrolled over, but it doesn't only have the table here. It has a table here, and I can click insert. So yeah, add it to a new sheet. Yeah, sure. Sweet. Now I can actually check out what it did. I can't check out what it did.
Robert, you want to share a little bit about yourself?
Oh yeah, you put me on the spot here.
Just be you, man.
Yeah, I got you. Jeffrey's he's enjoying this. Hi, well, my name is Robert Arthur. I'm the former VP of Information Technology for Chicken Soup for the Soul and Sonar Entertainment, and have worked with Jeffrey and Norman from RCS in supporting all of our end users across North America. So yeah, very
Awesome.
happy to be here. Thank you for putting me on the spot, Jeffrey.
Of course.
I'll deal with you later.
If anyone needs anything in the way of IT, Robert's your man.
Yeah.
Are you much
Thank
of a
you, Jeffrey.
Google user?
I use both. Yeah. Yep. When we acquired 1091, that's all they functioned on was Google Workspace. So we had to basically integrate and migrate them off of that platform. And the email and the data was pretty easy, but we had issues with they had some of their reporting links out to their directors and filmmakers for their revenue sharing was linked to the Google Workspace. So we never got to fix that. But yes, I'm very familiar, and I've got a Gmail account, been on Google all my life. Yeah. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Well, if there's anything you want me to try, because we've got it and it's live.
No, I'm watching. Yeah, knock it out, man. This is kind of cool.
Okay.
If I'd have known Jeffrey was going to put me on the spot, I would put on a collared shirt or something. Got done walking the dog.
Oh, good, man. All right, here we go.
Yeah, go for it.
So here's slides. And I'll tell you what, I wanted to, I did this thing in the Copilot webinar also. So let's say create a presentation based on, and here's key, so I can reference other files and stuff in my Google Workspace. So to do that, I hit the @ button. Oh no, I'm in the create an image thing. Hang on, close that. Where'd you go? Right here. Oh yeah, here we go.
Oh, nice.
So it's showing me stuff that I've worked with like just now. So here's that employee sample data. So let's use that. Well, yeah, what's funny is when I was testing this yesterday, I used a completely different file, so I have no idea what's going to happen.
Hey, that's what's nice about technology. We get to just play with the new stuff and figure it out. Yeah, you got.
You know what, you guys, you can't break it. That's the best part. You can't break it. So ask away.
100%. There is no wrong answer, right?
Correct.
Very cool.
Yeah, so we've got. Were you on from the beginning, Robert? Or you said you missed the early stuff, like the Google Doc and Google.
I was in the backstage just for a couple of minutes, trying to figure out how to raise my hand when Jeffrey dropped me and said, "Hey, introduce yourself."
Nice.
Shock and awe.
So yeah, I missed that. Yeah, I missed the first probably I guess 20 minutes. How long you guys been going?
Beginning of the hour.
Half hour.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I probably missed 20 minutes. Yeah.
All right. So what it did was it created
cool
slide for me, but it didn't create a presentation.
Well, you can just copy and paste that and put it in a slide, right?
Well, I'm going to throw this slide in there.
Yeah.
So now I've got a slide.
That's actually very cool, though.
Can you tell me how many slides to do at a time? Like, for instance, I use, ChatGPT and say, I want you to give me a presentation on this subject. And I need 12 slides.
It's 12 slides, right? Yeah, you just say how many. Just name the number of slides. It'll do it. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. We'll try it.
The more you'll get out of it.
Yep. I've actually been as I've used ChatGPT and the just about every platform has integrated AI, LinkedIn, Indeed, ZipRecruiter.
Yep.
It's very intuitive, and once you kind of figure out the logic and say, like you said, create a presentation. Oh, it gave me one slide. You just need to be very specific, right? I need this much. Highlight my education, highlight my experience, and you can write cover letters like that. It's very, very good.
What people don't get, I think, is that you can prompt as long as you like. The machine can handle it. So you can make your prompt this big.
You can edit it. Yep. It's very cool. Very cool.
Oh, you know what? While we're waiting for that.
Yeah, it's going to take a minute. How many slides you asked for?
12.
All right.
Here's it generated my image.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Perfect.
Nice.
It's so cool, man. I was playing with images a couple days ago, and I was blown away. It was unbelievable. Unbelievable.
There we go. Much better.
Yeah. That looks like full-on backdraft.
Recovery document. And the disaster recovery is that the data center is on fire.
Okay. My mind went to backdraft. I was working at Imagine Films.
Remember that movie? I remember that movie. That was great.
I was working at Imagine Films when they made that. I went to the premiere, so it was very cool.
That's great.
I think I was 19 or 20. I was just a help desk technician, but it was awesome, man. It was great. I was living up in Santa Monica.
Okay, give me one slide again.
Sorry.
Just do
All
right, so you got to play with it and figure it out. This could be a little.
Yeah. I created and inserted. I'm not so. Let's see.
Create a presentation with just say with 3 slides, slide, and then say slide. You may have to specify on slide 1, highlight this data. On slide 2, you've got to be that specific. That's what I've noticed. So
Yep.
And when you tell it, it just goes. Chat GPT, Gronk on X, that AI is impressive. The X AI is very good. And I'm not shilling for Musk. I'm just telling you, it's pretty awesome. It is pretty awesome.
And then try this once more.
Based on.
Where's my document? Sure, let's go with that.
And tell it. Be specific on the slides. Slide 2.
Can we get ChatGPT to type correctly? Or are we gonna use Norman?
Huh?
This is Gemini, actually. You know what?
It'll understand it.
It'll understand it.
No, I know. I just wanted to talk bad to Norman, but if it was you, I take it all back.
He already said earlier in the presentation that he's having a bad typing day. So we do.
Yeah. Except the truth is, they're all bad typing days.
I would put a lot more speech to text using my microphone.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why aren't you just talking, Norman?
A lot more.
Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah,
I have that set up. I have that set up on my Mac, but on this machine here at the office.
Oh, are you you're on your PC?
But there's not a readily available mic that's just ready to go. I either have my headset on or I have the camera.
I got you. And if there's office noise, it'll pick it up. I got you. Yeah.
So what do you got? How many?
One.
But I mean, but if you do it one at a time, what was that?
Yes.
A minute?
If I did it one at a time, it's going to make great stuff. Like it's giving me
Boom.
the slide, it's giving me the info, it's
layout,
giving me
the pictures. All the pictures look like they belong in the same presentation. Have you ever seen that where you use image?
Yeah, they got the backgrounds and stuff.
One of the things I'm wishing I can show you guys is Google Meet. It does some nice things at Google Meet. I can't actually do a Google Meet thing right now, but stuff that it can do, like it can enhance your audio and video, so it can enhance.
It can touch up your presentation. It can touch up your face.
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy. Like I was on a call, Norman, when they were saying, "Make me a unicorn." You have to have the avatar settings and stuff, but it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. So there you go. Gemini and Google Meet can do all those things. It can take notes for you. It can recap the meeting. If you've got, so there's actually 2 levels of Google Gemini in Google Workspace. There's business and enterprise. And the enterprise one, it will do real-time translations of of captions in 100 different languages, 100 plus languages. I don't know. Google Translate has all kinds of languages. It can do, and I didn't understand this. It said that it can do AI-generated meeting summaries, but I feel like the regular version can do that also, because I know it can recap the meeting, and it can take notes for you. So I'm not exactly sure what the story with that is. But back to that bit about pricing. Okay. Pricing we've got.
Oh, this is not included, Norm?
This is a good question. Very good question. There is a free version of this, but if you want to use it in Google Workspace, it's $20 a month with an annual commitment. That's a per user license. So you get the license, you apply it to the user. You can actually go month to month if you figure out where to find it in Google, and that's $24 a month. This is Google Business, the one I'm using right now. What?
I got a quick question.
Yeah.
I've had my robert.j.arthur@gmail.com. With the minute that was available, I got it and had it for, I don't know, 20, however many years. Can I just add this onto my existing account?
There is a Google Gemini. It's for, I think it's for
Or do I
Google
have
One.
to? Or do I have to bump it? Yeah, I've got Google One. So if I've got a Google One account, I can just bump it up. Yeah, that would be nice.
I think you'd have to just bump it up.
Yeah, so just upgrade your just the standard email, calendar, etc. And then okay, I don't want to. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to like sidetrack.
Yeah,
It's
that's
there.
a good
It
question.
exists. Google One subscribes to
Okay,
the
yeah,
Google
One
AI
subscribes,
Premium
yeah.
plan.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, sir. Awesome.
All right, well, this was great, Norman.
No, this is very cool, Norman. This is very cool. We just need to get you a mic, little DJI or Rode little mic you can clip on your thing so you can do your talking in the office. That's Christmas gift right
I'm
there.
waiting for technology to
Happy
get
holidays.
answer your phone call and you're tapping your head and saying hello and then hanging up, tapping it again. The robot machines are coming.
Oh yeah, well, 100%, 100%. You know, in Teams, like when Teams, if you wave your hand, it'll think that you want to express something and put a graphic on the
Yeah.
screen. Imagine if, I mean, think about it. Like, okay, if my phone's ringing and I'm on a call and I do this or go like this or say answer
Right.
whatever. I mean, it's and then okay, we need to integrate that into our hand or into our what we're wearing.
What we were saying
It's
before,
be crazy to see what we see.
just imagine it and most likely it'll happen.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I'm right there with you, Steve.
Okay,
right.
so back to the versions of Google Gemini that are available for Google
yeah.
Workspace. There's Business and there's Enterprise. Business, $20 a month if you have an annual commit, $24 a month if you go month to month. And Enterprise is $30 a month if you go with an annual commit, and $36 a month if you go month to month. And what Enterprise has over Business is Gemini for Business has a 1,000 action limit per month
For the
per
month.
user.
Yeah.
An action is just about anything you're going to do.
Yeah.
And you ask it a question. That's an action.
That's
You insert something. That's an action. All those things are an action.
You're going to blow
Enterprise
through
does not.
1,000 very quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. They go quick.
Yeah.
Do you really?
1,000?
Really?
Oh,
It's like having minutes. You buy minutes on your phone. You have no idea
Norman.
how fast they go.
Norman. Yeah. I'm telling
You've
I
torn
did
through
this.
1,000 actions?
I wasn't paying attention and then looked at my history. Hold on, let me see what it is right here. So this is on Chat GPT.
Yeah.
So, and I thought, my buddy was like, "Hey, how many times have you used Chat GPT?" And I thought, a couple hundred. He's all, go here, look at it. It was over 5,000,
Wow.
and I haven't. It was like 2 weeks.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, and I've got the Mac. The Mac is using AI more, so you can link your Chat GPT, and then what is your operating system doing? That counts. So, yeah,
Oh.
they want. Hey, that's a meter.
Wow, that's
They
interesting.
they want to charge for it, man.
When I saw
that
limitation, I thought, am I even going to bring this up in the webinar? 1,000 seems like a lot. Now I'm finding out that I'm glad that I brought it up because Enterprise does not have that 1,000 action limit.
Yeah.
I mentioned that Enterprise has the real-time translations. It has some more granular control about data access and sharing. The administrator can set various security stuff. And administrators can get a detailed look at AI usage across the organization with the Enterprise one. So
very cool.
Yeah,
that is very neat. Very neat.
Yeah, let's be mindful of everyone's time. Let's share anything else we want to share on this. Thank you everyone for joining. If you have any interest in learning more about Gemini in your workspace or Google Workspace in general or in your business, feel free to reach out to us. rcsprofessional.com is our website. You can contact us through there or just call us. A reminder on some webinars coming up. We have our fish in business, our favorite, December 10th. It's fish season, Madison Square Garden. They're coming. So if you're going to be there, let's definitely connect. But we do have a fish and business network. If you're a jam band lover, fish lover,
that's right.
December 10th. December 12th, in-person Atlanta Networking Happy Hour. You could go to our website on the events page. You'll see this. and you could sign up there. So if you want to network, maybe grow your business, meet new people, definitely check that out. We do have more stuff coming up in January, February. We didn't formalize dates and stuff like that, but more to come. Stay in touch with us on our social, LinkedIn, and our website, YouTube channel, etc. Did you want to cover more stuff on this, Norman?
No,
We
I
can
was going over the pricing. Here it
Okay.
is. You had something. Robert had asked me about.
Okay, so it's 25. Oh, that's not bad at all. Pretty
Not
reasonable.
bad, not bad. So, Rob, go ahead.
You didn't thank two important people.
That's what I was just about to do.
Oh, okay, good.
Thanks for jumping on, Robert.
My pleasure, Jeffrey. Thanks for jumping
Steve,
in. Yes,
as
sir.
always. Maybe we'll feature you as a panelist on a future webinar. You were great, man.
Yeah.
And
thank
I put
you
you on
both,
the
Good job,
spot.
Steve. Nice to meet you, Steve, as well. Thank you.
Nice. For a guy
All
who was
right,
all
y'all.
freaked out when he first got here, I think he did pretty good.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir. You all have a good night. We'll see you
Thank
all.
you, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Be well.
Take care.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.
Take care.